Hey guys, it's Kevin and Frank from Cruising with Wheels. We got a whole bunch of junk on our table and our 21-inch carry-on bag. I think it's 21-inch,
It's
right?
21-inch, and we're ready for part 4 of our packing series.
I brought my cell phone. Stick around. In 22 seconds, you'll find out why.
Alrighty, we're ready to start packing the 21-inch carry-on. Again, clothing and all the rest of the accoutrements.
I'm tired already.
Oh, we haven't even started packing yet. Everything is slowly making its way down to the dining room table. Now, what I did was I pulled the packing list from our last cruise on the NCL Jade that we were on in October.
That's right. He's mental about his lists, but
am.
it's very helpful if you save your packing list from the last time you went on your cruise, because you'll know what was in what bag, what you need. It kind of makes it one-stop shopping.
Right. Now, you saw from the first video that everything was laid out upstairs, so we know exactly what we're taking. And based on what's up there, I looked at what we took and what fit in this carry-on. So I went through the vacation file box and pulled it out. So I have the Jade here, and I know exactly what fit in. So I kind of use that as a guide, and then Kevin pulled down the socks and the underwear and the pajamas and all the long sleeve shirts and the slort. I never heard of a slort shirt. I think it's a long sleeve sport shirt. Probably a reboot is in order again. And then the pants and shorts. So we're going to take you on a visual tour of Kevin's packing skills.
So this is the bag that we like. We got these at Target. This is American Tourister. It's a very, very lightweight fabric. Frank likes the fabric. I would like to have a hard shell case, but we've compromised because he lets me do some things that I want to do, and I'm going to let him do what he wants to do, and he wants the fabric ones. But the fabric ones are nice because they expand, and you can kind of fit other things in. This particular one has an inner, it has the outer pocket, which we'll get to later when we start to pack, and just the basic big inside. It's 21 inches, and we will get to packing. So our packing process is we kind of pre-plan out everything and lay it out. Everything we have on the dining room table right now will be going into this 21-inch carry-on. The carry-on is what we take on the airplane, and the reason why we take it on the airplane with us is in case our checked bag gets lost. At least we'll have some clothes for the cruise. So we are going to show you now how I pack things. We're going to show you the different methods, or explain the different methods. And we're going to pack this bag and get ready to go to Alaska. So this is some of the things, actually it's all of the things that we're going to pack in our 21-inch carry-on bag that we will be actually taking with us onto the plane. This bag isn't going to be checked, and these are kind of our selection in case they lose our 28-inch checked bag. And we suggest doing what we call cross-packing. Cross-packing is for a husband and a wife. The wife would pick some outfits and the husband would pick some outfits. In Frank and I's case, he picks a few and I pick a few. And they both get packed in the same bag because that's going to be going on the plane with us. And then we'll both have clothes. So we encompass flat folding or flat packing, which would be like folding an item and just setting it in the suitcase. We do what we call stuffing, which is any negative space in the bag. We'll take like the socks, our socks, or perhaps our, what are these things? Pajamas. And we will do some rolling, which you really can't see, but it's in this here. We use rolling when we use our packing cubes. So this is an eBags packing cube. This is my tidy whities, and I've rolled them very tightly, and then I flat folded a few pair and put them on top of that, and I just zipped it up, and that'll save us some space. So let's get packing. So this is the inside of our 21-inch bag that we're going to be taking on the plane with us. It is airline approved for the size to fit in the overhead bin. And I start by taking out the straps, and generally I will, you know, kind of completely undo them just so that I have as much room as possible. And there we go. I just kind of undo it and get it all out and just get them all out of my way. Now, inside the bag, since it's a roller bag, you see these two things here, these two rods? That is for the handle, the extended handle for the bag. So you don't want to waste the space on the sides or in between. So what I do is I generally will take socks. In general, most times it's a process, so you don't know what's gonna fit and what's not gonna fit, but we've done this a million times, so I kind of line them up, fill up that negative space that we have there, and you'll see this is gonna go pretty quickly packing, because we kind of got it down to a science. So you see I have those in there, and I probably can grab a few of Frank's. He's always got to be a little colorful. You'd think it was the opposite. You'd think it was me that was going to have these funky socks, but he's always cold, so we're going to bring these, I think they're almost like a wool blend sock for him for when we do those excursions. And we're just kind of layering it in. Then he's got a couple of ankle socks too. That's what I usually wear because my feet are always hot. So now that I have that in, it's pretty flat. All right. So the next thing I'm going to put in probably is going to be the underwear, and it's the cubes. Now I can't remember. I think Frank has 8 or 9 pair rolled up in here. And the same for me. And you might be saying, why would you put them in a cube instead of just stuffing it in negative areas? The reasoning is when we get on the ship, it makes it very easy for me to unpack because we hang all of our shirts in the closet and our pants as well. But these are going to go in the drawer, and I just take them out, throw them in the drawer. Done. Unpacked. So, now we still have a lot of space right here. And you say, what's going to go there? Well, I think that I will be putting my sandals in here. And before anybody comments, I've already wiped them down. They're clean. Okay? I'm not going to use an extra bag to keep everything clean because these are already cleaned up. And then the next thing I will probably pack is the pajamas. Now there's another space right here. You kind of got to look in your bag and see where there's space and what to do. So these are folded really nice, but what we're going to do is we're going to fold it again to make it a little package and stuff that sucker in there. It's all about trying to make different levels. And then there's these two. See, I get hot at night, so I don't always wear my long pajama bottoms, so I wear my boxers and a t-shirt, and I'm just going to fold them together, and then that's going to get stuffed in there too. Okay, so looks like we're stuffing things everywhere. So we're going to save Frank's pajamas for last because I think I have a spot for them. But the next thing I will probably put in here is we take batteries with us. AA batteries. Why AA batteries? Well, we're constantly videoing, and our microphones take AA's, and some of our cameras take AA's, and it's always good to have spares with us. And there is a negative space right here, and then this is plastic, so I'm gonna scrunch it up. Don't tell Frank, but I'm gonna scrunch it up so that it fits in there, and there we go. It's in the bag. Now the next thing I like to put in, just so we have a base, and I'm constantly pushing and making sure that everything is very tightly packed, is Frank's pants. Frank is very tall and his pants are very long. So I put one pair in, and then you see how I have the belt or the waistband on one side. So the second pair I flip and put that in like there. I know y'all are getting nervous. I can feel it. You don't think everything's gonna fit, but it's gonna. The next thing I probably would put in is our shorts. We have a pair for Frank and a pair for myself. This is because we're not going on a warm weather cruise, so we're only taking a couple of pair of shorts just in case it's warm. We don't know if it's going to be warm, but we'll see. And I will put a pair here and a pair here. Things are going swimmingly. I try to do all the pants and shorts all in one layer, and then I bring the shirts in. So like I said, 2 pants for Frank, and a pair of shorts for Frank, and a pair of shorts for me. And now I'm going to do my 2 pairs of pants. And this side, it's hard to tell on the screen, but this side's a little bit lower than this side, so I'm going to do my heavier jean on this side to kind of fill up a little bit of that space. And also, this is the bottom of the suitcase, so it'll take the weight a little bit better. And then my pair of chinos. And then I think what I'm going to do next is our shirts. Now Frank has already pre-folded all the shirts. And we'll show you later on in the video about how he handles the shirts. But for pretty much every shirt, we have a t-shirt that goes underneath. He's already pre-folded it inside of here, and you'll see that a little bit later. It saves a little bit of space, but it also keeps everything nice and neat. So what I do is I just kind of offset things, okay? So this is my trick with the shirts, is I'll put one shirt here with the collar going to the right, and then I'll do another shirt here with the collar going to the left. And then when I put my next shirt in, or I should say shirts because it's really 2, because the collar makes everything stand up a little higher, is I'll put my next shirt in the opposite way, kind of interlocking them. And am I doing that the same way? Yeah. And I do the same thing on this side. So now you see, there's my 4 shirts. And now we're going to get to Frank's 4 shirts. So I will do the same thing, and you can kind of see how it's mounding like this. We want that. We want that. And we want our collars to be in the area where the strap will be, because then you don't get bunching and you don't get pulling when you bring your strap up. And then this one will go here. Whoops. And again, you can pack any way you want. This is just how we do it. We find it to be the best, easiest way. I think one time we actually packed for a 7-day cruise, and we only had two carry-ons, 2 21-inch bags. So now if you see the table, we only have a few things left. This whole table was filled with clothes. We had, let's see, 8 shirts, 8 t-shirts, 4 pairs of pants, 2 shorts, probably 24 pairs of underwear and socks between the 2 of us. And now we just have 2 sweaters, a couple pairs of gloves, some hats, and Frank's pajamas. So what we're going to do now is we are just going to set these sweaters right on top of here, and then the fun will begin with the strap. So I'll connect the strap, and there's a lot of people that don't like the straps. They say it crushes their clothes. They say, oh, how am I supposed to do that? It'll never iron out. We'll be on the cruise. We're not allowed to bring an iron or a steamer. You know what, people? You're on a cruise. Nobody cares if you have wrinkles. Frank is horrified right now that I said that, but really, you're on a cruise. Don't worry about it. If you have a wrinkle or 2, it's no big deal. Wrinkle release from the dollar store is a wonderful thing to keep in your travel arsenal. See if I can get this. Flash strap. It's a good thing I got little hands. So we strap those babies in. Frank will probably pull it a little bit more in a minute. But now we're going to go to our handy dandy little, whatever this pouch is, mesh pouch on the outside. This is where I'm going to put Frank's pajamas. We probably have some more room in here too. I might stick some thank you notes in there. I think we forgot to bring those down, but I like to take a few just in case our bag doesn't show up, then we're prepared. So a lot of times what I have to do, because we stuff as much as we possibly can in this checked bag, because 50 pounds, that's all you can bring on when you check a piece of luggage, but you could get 150 pounds in here and they wouldn't care. So what I do is I use my knee. And I push down on here just to get the final zip. And we will put our TSA approved locks here, and always a luggage strap. But before we do that, since we are going to cold weather, colder weather. And we don't know what it's going to be like when we get off the plane or on the ship. We want to bring along our gloves, a pair for Frank and a pair for myself. And we each have hats and scarves. By the way, JCPenney on sale with coupon. And had a coupon. They were on sale, they were on clearance, and I had rewards. So they were basically for free, almost. So it's not going to matter. These aren't going to matter. This is where we get into the stuffing. And you just shove that sucker in because your gussets are over here. And we're going to shove this sucker in here too. Okay. And then these, I think, can just be, maybe not. So we're gonna shove those in too. Zipper this up, so there'll be a lock here and a lock here. So now we're ready for our luggage strap. And it just goes around. And eventually I'll tighten it some more. And there are two more things I do when we pack. The next thing I do is I put my tile locator in my bag. Or I should say in our bag. So there's a little tiny opening here. And I just slip it in. Lock it up. And then remember I said I need my cell phone. Why do I need my cell phone? I need my cell phone because the tile tracker that I just put in here is linked by Bluetooth to my phone. And all I have to do now is snap a picture with my phone of this bag. And I usually snap a picture of our luggage tag as well and attach that photo to the tile tracker that's on the app on my phone. And then if my bag gets lost or they find it at the airport or very often when we're in New York, the bags are already been processed by the time we get down to baggage claim. So I have to go claim the bag. And I just basically show them the picture that's on my phone. And sometimes I push the little button because I can make the little tile thing ring. And they hand me the bag. And now that we have our bag packed, just like I promised you in the beginning of the video, Frank is going to show you how he folds all of our sport shirts with the t-shirts inside of them, making them all square the same size.
My part of the packing process is the folding of the shirts. So I've got one of my shirts here and a t-shirt, and I'll show you what I do so Kevin can work his magic packing it all in the luggage. I make sure that the sport shirt is all buttoned up first, and then I place it on the table face down. I make sure the seams are all in order and it's nice and flat. And then I take the matching t-shirt and I put it on the back like a little piggyback. And I open it up, I lay it out as best I can, adjusting seams, adjusting the arms, smoothing it out, trying to get as many wrinkles out as I can. Now your t-shirt's going to be under the sport shirt anyway, so it's not going to be a tragedy if there's a little wrinkle on the side. And then I take one side and I fold it over. And again, if it's a plaid shirt, it's perfect for me because I can line up the lines of the plaid to make sure that I am folding it evenly. I play with the arm, fold it over, and do the same with the other side. Using my plaid pattern as a folding guide. Do the other arm real quick, followed with the matching t-shirt, and then I fold it in thirds. I use my hand as a guide, and I want to make sure that this nice part ends up protecting the collar. You don't want your collar overhanging. And there you go. There it is, all done and ready for Kevin. And there you have it. We packed the 21-inch carry-on, Kevin worked his magic, and stay tuned for the final episode. Episode 5, the big 28-inch check bag. And then we'll be on our way to Alaska on the NCL Bliss. On behalf of Kevin and myself from Cruising with Wheels, we want to make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Remember, travel safe and cruise often.